The Battle of Ferozeshah was fought on the 21st of December and the 22nd of December 1845 between the British and the Sikhs, at the village of Ferozeshah in Punjab. The British were led by Sir Hugh Gough and Governor-General Sir Henry Harding, while the Sikhs were led by Lal Singh. The British emerged victorious. Background: the First Anglo-Sikh War broke out as a result of the Sikh Empire of the Punjab falling into disorder after the death of the Maharaja Ranjit Singh in 1839, and British desire to secure the Punjab. The Sikh army, the Khalsa, was goaded by some of the contenders for power in the Punjab and its own ambitions for plunder and glory into crossing the Sutlej River into British territory. Moves prior to the battle: a British division was already stationed at Ferozeshah, and a large army under the Commander-in-Chief of the Bengal Army, Sir Hugh Gough, accompanied by the Governor-General, was already marching from the various stations around Delhi towards the frontier, while a detachment of the Sikh army under its Commander-in-Chief, Tej Singh, advanced on Ferozeshah. The main force under Vizier Lal Singh advanced to confront Gough. On the 18th of December, Lal Singh's advance guard was defeated at the untidy encounter Battle of Mudka. Gough's army itself was hard hit and tired by the battle, and made no move on the next day, or the day after. This allowed Lal Singh's army to concentrate at Ferozeshah and fortify its encampment. Early on the 21st of December, Gough's army advanced, and came into sight of the Sikh encampment late in the morning. Gough wished to attack immediately. Harding thought the odds against the British were too great, and wished to wait for the division from Ferozeshah, under Major General Littler, to join the attack. Eventually, Harding used his civil appointment as Governor-General to overawe Gough. The battle. First day, Littler's division appeared in the late afternoon, and deployed on the left of the British line. Gough attacked at about 3:30 p.m., on the shortest day of the year. The battle was opened by the British guns moving forward to open a preparatory bombardment. This proved ineffectual. Not only were the Sikh guns more numerous and protected by parapets and entrenchments, they were also far heavier than the British guns, many of which were light guns of the Bengal Horse Artillery. Gough's heavy 18-pounder guns had been left behind at Mudka. As the artillery duelled, the British and Bengal infantry advanced. General Littler came under heavy fire, and believed only a rush with the bayonet would save his division from annihilation by the Sikh guns. 3 of his Bengal regiments held back, while one of his British regiments lost almost half its men and was driven back. The Sikh horsemen were driven back by a British cavalry regiment, the 3rd Light Dragoons. As darkness fell, Sir Harry Smith's division launched a renewed attack, which overran several Sikh batteries and penetrated into the midst of the Sikh camp, around the village of Ferozeshah itself, before being driven back by counter-attacks. Fierce fighting continued until midnight. Many casualties were caused on both sides as a Sikh magazine exploded. Second day, both the British and Sikhs were mixed up in disorder. Gough and Harding tried to reform their troops, while keeping up encouraging banter. In fact, Harding expected defeat the next day. He sent word to the camp at Mudka that the state papers in his baggage were to be burned in this event, and gave his sword to his aide-de-camp. When dawn broke, it became clear that the British held most of the camp, and had captured 71 guns. Reforming their line, Gough and Harding advanced northwest, and by noon they had driven Lal Singh's army from the field, in spite of heavy losses from the remaining Sikh artillery. Even as the British were congratulating themselves, they became aware that Tej Singh's army was approaching from the west. Gough's troops were already exhausted and almost out of ammunition. As they formed up again, and came under fire from Tej Singh's guns, a capitulation was seriously considered, to spare the wounded from massacre. Gough's army was saved when, ironically, some of his horse artillery ran out of ammunition. A staff officer ordered them to withdraw to Ferozeshah to replenish, and also ordered much of the British cavalry to escort them. Tej Singh claimed that the movement was an outflanking maneuver, and ordered a withdrawal to the north. Aftermath. While the Sikhs temporarily withdrew over the Sutlej, Gough's army camped immediately north of the battlefield. They suffered from the stench of the many dead, and many men became ill through drinking from polluted wells. 1/7 of the army had been casualties. Harding privately criticized Gough's head-on tactics and sought to have him replaced, but no formal change of command could take place for several weeks, by which time events made it unnecessary. The staff officer whose apparent blunder in sending the guns and cavalry away on the second day had actually saved Gough, a Captain Lumley who was the son of a general. On the Sikh side, there was temporary dismay and much recrimination. It was evident that both Lal Singh and Tej Singh were ineffective and treacherous commanders. Both were Dogra rather than Sikhs, and were prominent in the faction which was seeking to curtail the power of the Khalsa to intervene in the Durbar of the Punjab. Lal Singh was alleged to have sheltered in a ditch throughout the battle, and although this cannot be proved, it is clear that he took little active part. Tej Singh had used the thinnest pretext to order a retreat when most of his officers and troops were eager to fall on the exhausted British and Bengal armies. Order of battle. British Army Regiments 3rd King's Own Light Dragoons, 9th Foot, 29th Foot, 31st Foot, 50th Foot, 62nd Foot, 80th Foot. Bengal Army Regiments, the Governor-General's Bodyguard, 4th Bengal Light Cavalry, 5th Bengal Light Cavalry, 8th Bengal Light Cavalry. Skinner's Horse disambiguation needed. 8th Irregular Cavalry, 9th Irregular Cavalry, 1st Bengal European Light Infantry, 2nd Bengal Native Infantry, 12th Bengal Native Infantry, 14th Bengal Native Infantry, 16th Bengal Native Infantry, 24th Bengal Native Infantry, 26th Bengal Native Infantry, 33rd Bengal Native Infantry, 42nd Bengal Native Infantry, 44th Bengal Native Infantry, 45th Bengal Native Infantry, 47th Bengal Native Infantry,